Everybody, um, it's a wonderful day, and I want to make a video about me and just being honest about what's going on in my situation right now. So, I'm addicted. I am addicted to cannabis. Um, I've been using cannabis since my daughter Marley passed away. Some smell real good. I've been using cannabis since my daughter Marley passed away, and it's been a coping mechanism for me to help with my emotions and my anger. And I feel like I don't really need it anymore. But somehow I just keep coming back to weed, just smoking weed. Even though I know I don't need it. So I'm on the path of trying to figure out how to not be so emotionally attached to cannabis. Because I used it to change my mood. If I'm not in a good mood, or if I'm sad, if I'm angry, I use cannabis to change my mood. And I saw a video that Yana Van Zant put out. She was like, if you use any types of substance to change your mood, then you are addicted. And it had me thinking, like, okay, so what about people that are depressed or bipolar or whatever? They use medication to change their mood. But you have to think about, like, everything that's, like, smoking is a coping mechanism, reading is a coping mechanism, writing is a coping mechanism. So I know all of these coping mechanisms. I just have to take marijuana out of the picture and use more writing and more reading and researching information that can help me be a better person internally, because at the end of the day it's an internal journey and I'm struggling emotionally internally, so I use weed to help me. But like, I'm aware of it, and I don't want to be aware and just, okay, oh well. No, I'm aware and I want to do something about it. Because I know it's not helping me. I smoke, but it's not serving me. So how do I find the balance without having to need pills or weed or any other substance but myself? Because at the end of the day, it's all about me, you know. As an addict, I feel like the reasons that I smoked it is because of my mood and my unsureness about myself, or feeling lost and all of these things. But I know how to cope with these things because I tell people how to do it all the time. So it's time for me to start taking my own advice and coping on the daily. Like, what can I do besides smoke weed? And there's so many things that I can do. Like, I can go read, which I have not read. I can go color or paint, which I have not done in a little while. I would say walking, but the weather is so crazy. It keeps raining, and so right now walking is out of the question. But I can always go to the gym and go walk at the gym, get a little 10-15 minute cardio in or whatever. Finding myself. I feel like oftentimes when you're an addict, you don't really know yourself, or you're just lost and confused, or You had a traumatic experience and a substance has helped you get through that traumatic experience. Yes, marijuana has helped me get through me losing my baby thus far, but I know that I don't need it anymore. I don't need it at all. I don't need pills. I don't want to be on those pills that the doctors prescribe me because I don't feel like they're going to serve me. So how do I find the balance? How do I eliminate addiction from my DNA? How do I rise above the need to be stimulated by others? And how do I learn to self-validate myself? Like, that's one of my biggest issues, like self-validation. I don't validate myself. I look outwards. I think that looking outwards and asking everybody else is going to help me validate myself, but it don't. Like, I have to validate myself and be happy with the decisions that I make at the end of the day, because it's about me. It's not about anybody else. This journey that I'm on is about me. Any spiritual journey or whatever, like, it's about yourself. It's about real spirituality is about self-realization at the end of the day. Because everybody not going to see. Everybody's spiritual walk don't look the same. And it's about self-realization, internal work. And this is my internal work, realizing that I have a problem. I have an addiction. And it's not just cannabis, because cannabis is just a material manifestation of the spiritual things that are going on and the emotional things that are going on. So how do I heal from this? How do I not be an addict? Well, everybody's an addict, so how do we cope with these things? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm just taking it a day at a time and learning and doing small things. Like, I get caught up. I really do. And my emotions, and cannabis is my let out. But what can be other let outs to me healing myself? For one, I have to learn how to love myself. Love myself wholeheartedly and not depend on others to love me. Because I know that's my problem. Like, I look for love everywhere else but myself. I look for validation everywhere else but myself. But it ain't about nobody else. It's about me. Loving myself and validating me. Like, I take my power away when I'm looking outwards instead of going within. And like, I'm on the journey to find that balance. Like, and once I find that balance, so life is gonna be smooth sailing once I find that balance. So I'm just gonna start meditating. I'm gonna start with meditating in the morning and in the night and at night. And if I need to throughout the day, if I feel antsy, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start back reading and writing most definitely, to help me cope with my emotions and the things that I feel. And I'm gonna take you guys along with my journey. But at the end of the day, it's all about me. This is my show. Like, I really want to heal, and I don't want to be dependent on nothing. I don't want to be dependent on pills. I don't want to be dependent on my husband. I don't want to be dependent on anybody or anything to heal me emotionally, because true healing comes within. True healing hurts, and it takes time. And I'm learning that it's going to take some time to heal. And I'm going to have to take my own advice take my own advice and do what it takes. I will be okay. I will. Because I'm okay right now. And I'm just going to take my time. I am. Yeah. So I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to take care of my little boys. They're sick. And I'm just going to take it slow and enjoy the weather. It's raining right now. I love the rain. The rain represents new beginnings for me. And there are great things to come. So, y'all have a good one.